So in this video today, I am going to be sharing with you the life-changing, totally reality-altering new perspective I have found to navigate my own life from and through. And I feel like I have a good metaphor here for you today to help you get the benefit of what it took me, like the worst period of my life so far, to figure out. I have been on a self-help and spiritual quest. I have read and listened to hundreds of books, spent so many hours pursuing this as one of my highest passions and interests. The thing that brought this life-changing insight to me was November and December 2024 were those 2 months were the worst months of my life so far, where I just was heartbreakingly devastated. I was in the deepest pain and grief and everything of my life so far. And through that, I have come out with this new understanding, with this deeper clarity, and it has brought me such relief from suffering and such energy filling me. Something just locked in within me around this. I've always, as an adult, since I tapped into who I truly am, I've had great energy often. And the volume of that had been turning down and getting quieter and quieter until the breaking point of those 2 months of my life that were the worst for me that I've ever had. So I am here to share with you today what insight it is that I have gained and been working with, dancing with, flowing with, that is making my life just so much better. And the volume of my aliveness, the volume of my joy has been getting louder and louder. And that is a volume that I want. I want it nice and loud, rocking my world. This has revolutionized my perspective of my reality. It has super activated my power as a creator of my life. What is it? What is it? So the main overarching lesson that I received is that this everything is me, myself, and God. And the way that looks for me, my understanding of it is me. Me is my small self, my ego self. Me, my ego, my body, my self, like my highest self, capital S self, and God. Everything is God. Now, God permeates all. God permeates me. God permeates myself. And God permeates everything else outside of me, including you, and the reverse. I believe the reverse is true for you. It is you, your small self, your ego, your capital S self, your highest self, and then God. And God is in and throughout everything. So, me, myself, and God. Now, today's video is about this way of looking at life where we can dance. It can be our ego dancing with our highest self. in union. It can be hard to dance if you don't know what you're dancing to. It can be hard if you have two tracks that are opposite. Where do you find your rhythm? If my highest self is a track that's playing for me to dance to, but my ego self has determined that the track that I should be dancing to is very different than the one my soul is playing, then there is a disconnect. There's a tension, there's stress, there's anxiety, because the energy that's in me to dance doesn't know which way to go. It doesn't know which rhythm to move with, and it's loud and it's noisy and it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Try putting on two different types of music and then dancing while the two different songs play at the same time. You have to tune in to one or to the other to be able to feel confident in your movement, or you have to surrender to the idea that this is going to be a chaotic dance. And okay, we can do that. We can do a chaotic dance where there's two tracks going and jump back and forth between the two. But for me, and for simplicity's sake, and for the sake of my well-being, I want one track. I want a main track to dance to. And that's here where this analogy comes in. So here, to break this down into like a workable idea for you to play around with, think of this. There's two tracks. There's the soul track, your spirit's track, your highest self's track, like what you came here to do and to be and to see and to experience. And it may or may not be in alignment with everything your small self wants and desires, but it's what you came here for. And our small self trying to be in charge and take over is probably not going to work. It's just going to create tension. So we can surrender and let our soul be the master track. And if we are in this place where our soul is the master track, when the volume of the master track of my soul is the predominant track that is running in this dance of my life, then with that, my working hypothesis is that the levels of my life force energy are going to be higher as well. The volume on my life force is going to be higher. The volume of my self-expression is going to be higher. The volume of my joy and my love and my peace and all of these things that I want is going to be higher because I am in alignment. I'm in accordance with my soul. I think my focus on what I am here to do is going to be higher. My level of ability is going to be higher. All of these levels of like productivity that we reach for, that we try so hard and try and will into being, they're all going to be higher if my master track is my soul's master track. And I think if my me, has decided to make my ego self the master track, and my soul's track is down here, and the levels are turned way down that I can barely hear it, well, in this paradigm, in this dynamic, my working hypothesis is my levels of anxiety are going to be much higher. My levels of depression, also another way to look at it, could be much higher. So my life force energy moving through me is going to be lower. That gets turned down the louder the track of my ego gets. My level of concentration is going to be turned down. My level of ability is going to be turned down because I don't have access to that which is greater than me. It's only me and my small self that has to figure this out, and has to do it, and has to fight and all of that. So my level of stress and anxiety and worry and fear, those are all going to be louder. Those are the things that really can be the predominant instruments in the track of my ego. So we can flip it. We can flip these tracks if we are in a place of high levels of anxiety or levels of depression or levels of sickness, illness, discordance within ourselves, dis-ease, frustration, anger, fighting. If we are in those spaces, then it's a clear sign that our ego track has taken the lead and is the main song that is being heard and playing. But it wasn't meant to be that way. I don't believe. I believe our soul's track is what came here to play for us to dance with. So we can flip it. If we're in a space of anxiety, fear, depression, dis-ease, there's a surrendering into okay, maybe thy will of God, the universe, life, and everything is what is here to be unfolding. And my soul has a closer understanding and reality to God's will, to thy will be done. And my soul is in alignment to God's will. My soul is not here to fight with God's will. So my soul is here to dance with God's will. So why not me too? So in this realm, in this understanding, if you choose to take this belief on, and maybe you already have it, because I feel like this belief is pointed to in so many spiritual ways, but I don't think I've ever heard it said like this: me, myself, and God. My me, my small self, has handed the reins over to my soul, to my spirit, to my highest self, to my capital S self. So now my capital S self is in charge of me. She's in charge. She is the one who is here to take care of me. And that's a life-changing flip. It's not me, my small self, who is here to figure out how to get my soul here and my spirit and to make that be the thing that's working and moving in my life. It's me who's surrendering into the dance of life, of me, myself, and God, allowing my capital S self, myself, my soul, to be the lead in this dance. And I'm here, I'm here to listen and to trust and to flow and to dance. I'm here to dance. So with this understanding, with this perspective that it is just me, myself, and God, and for you it's just you, yourself, your highest self, and God, then there's nothing to fight with here, because everything is God. So the way I react and respond to everything is the way I am responding and reacting to God. And so there is no need to battle, and there's no point to it, right? There's no point. So there's a letting go. There's a freedom and a release of needing to control, of needing to fight. And in that release, there's this opening for, instead of fighting, dancing. So the master track, right? Like My soul is playing the music for me to dance with. My soul is playing the music. My soul is writing the song. And my me, my Gina, gets to pull out her dance moves and flow and enjoy the process of dancing with my soul. And here's the thing. If my me, my Gina, if the volume on my me track is getting too loud, if it's overpowering the volume of my soul, there's going to be discord, there's going to be tension, there's going to be noise. It's going to get messy. And so I can feel that in me as a full feeling being. I can feel the tension. I can feel the unrest, the anxiety, the discordance within me. So that is my reminder to my small self that it's time to do what I need to do. Like my soul can take care of me and guide me to what I need to do in order to tend to myself, to tend to my sweet ego, in order for her to feel safe again and to be able to relinquish the volume control on what myself wants. That self, my wants are coming a lot from a place of fear and anxiety and worry and all of that. So I can turn that down, that track down, and go back to listening to the master track of my soul and letting that guide my dance. And when I am in accordance, when I am in alignment with my soul, then myself, my me, my Gina, is only adding fun to this master track. Like my me gets to add in the little bits of interest into this song. Me, my small self, I decided to hand the reins over completely to my soulful self, to my capital S self, to my spirit, and trust that my spirit knows, my soul knows what it is here to do, what the path is, or at least how it wants to move and what it wants to bring. Maybe it doesn't even know what the path going forward is. I'm not sure about that. But I've decided that my soul, my spirit, knows better than me and will be my guide, will be my lead for the rest of my life. I've made this commitment. And it feels really good because now the pressure is off of me. It's not about me. It's about me following the lead of my soul. And so in handing over the reins, in giving my soul the job of leading me in this dance of life, I've also given the main track of the music of my dance of life over to my soul, over to my spirit. And so that is the music I am going to listen to. And when I am listening to it, then my me, that track, can add some texture, it can add some fun to it. It can add its own flavor. My me, my Gina self, gets to add her own flavor because I am working in accordance to this main master track of my soul. So my working hypothesis here is if you want more life force energy, if you want more focus, if you want less distraction, if you want more fun, if you want more enjoyment, if you want more flow, more beauty, make your soul your main track. Allow your spirit self, your soulful self, your highest self to be the main track of this dance of your life. And instead of fighting, instead of using your ego track to fight with you, yourself, and God, use your spirit track as your master track to dance with you, yourself, and God. Try this out. Play around with it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If this resonates with you, if this doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. Don't worry about it. This is just my perspective. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. I'm just saying what is working for me and what is helping allow me to dance and flow with this life of mine, of me, myself, and God here for more beauty, more joy, more fun. Yogananda says God is ever new joy. Like, I want in on that. That's what I want. I want to know God. I want to dance with God. I want to be really one with life, in the flow, in the unfolding, in joy, in ever new joy. So that's what I'm working towards. And if that sounds appealing to you, then everything I'm sharing is all an attempt to bring us deeper into the master track of our soul for our own unique path in life. Like, I believe you have your own master track. It's not mine, and it's not your friends, and it's not the track that your parents told you to listen to and to dance by. It's your own soul, your own spirit's track. So everything I share is shared with the purpose to help turn up the volume in the ways I know how, to help turn up the volume of your soul, that you can hear it, that you can dance with your own master track for your life, for your highest and best, and for the good of all. So when we move with this, when we play with this, when we dance with this, life makes more sense. There's a flow, right? There's an engagement. There's a creatorship. Own your creatorship. It's your soul and your body, your you-ness, your personality that gets to paint the canvas of your life. And we can do it in union, in connection, in flow, in dance, with energy, with life force, with life itself, with God, the universe, and everything, all helping create the masterpiece of your life, of my life, of life itself, unfolding and always ever becoming. What I am here to share is everything that is working for me to do that more, to dance with life, to dance with my spirit, to dance with my soul, and to let that be my lead, to let that be my master track, to allow my ego to just play and to be and to express herself through the music of my soul in this ever unfolding moment. To allow my ego self to turn the volume down on her fears and her anxieties by knowing that my soul has me. It's my soul's job now to take care of me. It's not mine anymore. My highest self is here to take care of me now. And my highest self is what can do the best job anyway. So I surrender the responsibility of making my life work over to my highest self. And I don't need to make it work anymore. Now I just get to dance with the ever unfolding moment, with the music, the master track of my soul, and with God, everything that is unfolding. I get to dance. And I'm here to create ways for both myself to remember that and to share with you to help you remember too, because this feels like the beauty way. This feels like the soulful way. This feels right. This is a yes to me. And if it's a yes to you, then please subscribe, follow, join me in whatever way feels right for you, that we can dance together. I am a 43-year-old mom. I have 3 kids. I'm an artist, and I only got back into art in 2020. I was a stay-at-home mom for many years, homeschooling my kids. Now my kids are in school, and I am a full-time artist. And I'm just, I'm just a regular human here trying to figure this out. And though I have, in my journey of life, tapped into greater levels of joy and fun than most. And so I am here sharing what's worked for me to do that, to dance with, to flow in, to remind you of your soulful self, and to connect into that master track of your own soul. Because I feel like we could all use more sparkle, more life force flowing through us. If you want to know how to be the most attractive version of you, it doesn't come from makeup or a tan or losing 20 pounds or whatever you might think it is. The most attractive version of you comes by flowing with your soul and your spirit, by allowing that life force to come and shine out of your eyes. Like, there is no more attractive thing. If you are in the presence of someone when they are active in their soul, like really moving with their own life force, it is captivating energy. And you can tap into that. You don't have to learn different tricks or tips. Like, you don't have to learn how to get the best angle or whatever to be attractive. You just need to be you. And by being you, I mean flowing with your soul and your spirit and allowing your life force energy to move in you and to create and to express. And that is going to make you seriously more attractive than anything else you could do. There is nothing else you need to do. And with it comes a confidence in yourself, in your highest self, because you can feel the goodness of allowing that energy to flow through you. You can feel the magnetism that you bring into a room when you are in that space. So it's really fun to play around with and just enjoy and see where does your soul lead you? Like, this is a fascinating journey. This is fun. This can be fun. What would it look like if this was fun? What would it look like if this was flowing? What would it look like if I was fully alive? Here, now, in this ever-changing moment, dancing with my soul, with my spirit, in my life, with God, in accordance to God's will, to my soul's will, to the master track that me, myself, and I can dance in. So happy dancing to you. Yes, please, and thank you. Let's do it. Let's dance together. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got a playlist. I got a lot of playlists. Join me over on my Substack, One Sacred Light. I'm here to help you remember your one sacred light. Remembering that one sacred light, that's what this is for. It's to remind myself and anyone who chooses to partake in this, to bring in reminders of that one sacred light and to connect us into that. And I got some ways to do it if you resonate. So join me. Many blessings. All right, watch this next. Yeah.